now checking out
Not a romaine, cuz.
Last season, Tina went through a very tumultuous time in her marriage. Her husband was cheating on her. And did he have children outside of the marriage as well?
No.
Okay.
No, I said, listen, I went and told all my business because I didn't want nobody to find out the wrong stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Let me tell you all of it. Yeah, it was a lot of them. Yes, it was countless years. Yes, I knew a lot of them. It was right up under my nose.
You knew the women.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all both a real question, okay? Yes. Tina, how did you miss the signs of possible infidelity? And as Christians, do you find that some Christian women are a little naive to certain things where it's like we think we can pray things away and therefore
No, I think it was busyness.
Let me just go on and
busy
be honest.
being busy.
I ain't no naive chick at all. I ain't never been that. I've got great discernment and I'm a very wise, smart woman. You want to know the truth? I wasn't paying no attention to my husband. My husband was last on my list. When I gave him me, I gave him all of me, but I gave him me last and when I could get to him. It's the truth. When we first got married, I was all things Teddy at all times, all day and all night. Started having kids, busy career. I was, you fool around and before you know it, you're distant. And my husband, we had to talk through we were in counseling for 13 months, for hours and hours every single week. And we had to talk through a lot of our truths. And my husband doesn't blame me for anything that he did because he chose to step out of the marriage. And the truth is, there were many issues that I had and I could have stepped out of the marriage. I guess my creative outlet was doing what I do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Running my own stuff, running around the world doing what I do or taking care of my kids. I just chose not to be with somebody else. That's what he chose to do. But I had issues. He had issues. And in dealing with his issues, that's where he went to feel good about himself. Right. And the truth was, I wasn't paying him no attention. My husband was ignored. My husband was last on my list. I didn't bring him value. And so it wasn't that I missed it. I was like, I should have saw this was happening right up under my nose. You know why I didn't see it? Because I wasn't looking at him. So when he said, I didn't feel important to you, I didn't feel valuable to you. He wasn't lying when he was like, Tina, I used to be everything and then I wasn't nothing once the kids came. He wasn't lying.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right. Erica, your husband, Warren, is this big time producer.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
You both travel. You both are busy.
Yeah.
He was just on R&B Divas.
Yeah.
With the divas, you know, around these beautiful women. How do you protect your marriage?
You make sure that you
How do
are
you
solid.
pay attention?
You make sure that you guys, you make sure you blow his mind so much
and
so well.
Is that Erica Campbell saying that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 14 years happily married.
Yeah.
And it's ordained by God. It's beautiful. You not only make a sexual connection, you make a heart and a mental connection. I know him. He knows me. I know when we come home and we're passing each other and he don't touch my butt or I don't look at him or we don't laugh at nothing. We're not talking about nothing. It's just the bills get paid. Okay, what about the kids? When's the housekeeper's coming? Okay, what about this? All right, okay, I'll be back. I'll see you later. When that's your only conversation, you're disconnected.
Right.
And a lot of times women are I'm just happy you just in the house. I remember we had a real heart-to-heart argument, and he was like, but I'm coming home. I said, you coming home because your shoes is here, because your clothes is here.
Right.
Because you pay this mortgage. This is where you lay down. I want you to come home because you want to see me.
Right.
I'm in a hurry to get home because my wife is there.
Right.
And a lot of times, wives, we're not that way either. I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning. I don't feel like doing all that. We'll have sex maybe every now and again. And you think that they want this freak on a pole. They want validation. They want love. They want acceptance. They want to know that their secrets are safe with you, that they can be vulnerable.
And the freak on the pole.
And they want a little freak. They want a little freak on the pole as well.
But guess what? I ain't gonna lie. I was the freak on the pole.
You'll be twerking for Teddy.
Baby, I'm a happily married woman.
And guess what? You got a lot of kids.
It has to be the other stuff. And this gonna sound wrong. This gonna sound bad. But that's where hoes get it wrong. Girl, I did everything. He don't believe in you. He don't trust you. You're not smart. You don't make him better. You know what I mean? You don't pray for him. You don't cover him. Right. You can't raise smart children. You just got a weave and a big butt.
Tell it.
Okay, you get a purse, but what?
And can we be honest? My husband was with several women. I'm sure some of them blazed. Guess who he wanted? Right here. You think I wasn't blazing? It's not even questionable. He came back to home because home was right, but all those other things was missing. It ain't just about how hard you bounce.
Right.
Because think of whoever was the most amazing whore 10 years ago. They was the most popular whore in the industry. Now there's a new one.
Right.
Because guess what? Every 5 years it's going to shift.
We got to come back. We need to talk about the solo careers. Yes. Erica, you left Tina.
She left me.
I did not. Y'all stop saying that. Tina said 57 times, I don't need this.
We'll come back. And Mitchell's back, I see, as well. It's Mary. Air Candy Morning, Sirius XM 44. was that one of the biggest challenges you have faced? Like, was your
Hands
faith
down.
tested like to
Yes.
the most going
Heck,
through that ordeal?
You saw it, didn't you? Girl, heck yeah, I ain't never been through nothing like that ever in my whole life. I never would have dreamed my worst dream, my worst nightmare featuring and starring the devil. I never would have even thought that it could get as bad as my life was in 2013. By the time the show had come out, I had actually lived that life the year prior.
Right.
So I'm grateful that I had an opportunity to kind of deal with it, because by the time the show came out, if I was still in the middle of it, that show would have sent me backwards. Because when we were taping the show, whenever I would watch it to clear edits and give an okay,
Right.
I would go backwards, like, this is really my life. This is really what's happening in front of me, me in front of the whole wide world. And I would go backwards. So it was really, really a bad place and a bad space during it. It was much worse than what the TV showed, because I couldn't even tape on many of the days, because I just wasn't fit for society, for freedom and things of that nature, because I'd end up locked up because I was really in a bad way. And but you know, I'm not there no more. I made it through, girl.
Nice.
That's why what he's saying, that test will become a testimony. You in the fire, God is trying to refine you and make something better. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to go through that. You want to be stronger. You want to be wiser. You want to be better. But you don't want to go through anything. How you gonna have some wisdom if you ain't went through nothing?
That
How
is
you
true.
gonna be strong if you ain't got to carry no weight?
That is true. But people say, God is good, girl. He's not going to take you through anything that you can't handle. And, we hear this and we know this, but when you're going through the fire, how do you trust again? How do you forgive?
The thing is this, it says he won't put more on you than you can bear. You don't know how much you can bear because
sure
you've never
don't.
been through it before. But God knows that you can handle it. What you have to tell yourself is, I can handle it. You could go through a problem telling yourself, I'm not going to go through and I can't do this. You're not going to come out very successful.
Exactly.
You're going to be bruised. You're going to be battered. You're still going to be wounded. You're going to be talking about that same problem 20 years down the line because you didn't go through with the right attitude. Change your attitude, change your situation. The problem doesn't change, but your mind changes in the middle of the problem.
Yeah.
And you have a little more strength to go through the problem.
The Bible says, so as a man thinketh,
So
so
is
is he.
he.
You think you're going to fail, you're going to fail. You think you're going to lose, you're going to lose. You think you're going to get beat down, you're going to get beat down. You
Right.
think you're going to die, you probably are.
You tell yourself, I'm never going to fall in love, you ain't going to never fall in love.
Speak it into existence.
The Bible says life and death is in the power of your tongue. You're going to eat the
Very
fruit
true.
of what you speak. So I kept speaking over myself. Actually, I wrote a book during this process by accident because I was writing down life. I would go read the Bible and find out what I'm supposed to be saying. What can God really do? How am I supposed to be thinking? And I would go write it down and I would speak it over myself because my mind was controlling my life and I was doing every single thing contrary to all things Christian because I was mad and I was hurt and I felt
And what
qualified
we
and
see
justified.
see a little snippet of that in the trailer.
Yeah.
Somebody's car gets smashed up.
She smashed 3 cars actually.
What?
It was really bad.
Hold your thought on that. We're gonna come back. And in the middle of it all, your sister's going solo.
I'm out singing about Jesus.
How are you doing with just being a solo artist?
I am enjoying it thoroughly. I mean, to have worked so hard and put this much time and energy in and then just won a Grammy 2 weeks ago. I'm re-releasing the record.
Oh my gosh, you
and-
just won a Grammy.
Yes,
A
for
Grammy,
best
baby.
gospel album.
Congratulations. As the group or
No,
No,
just
just
by
solo?
myself.
You know they don't. You know
Yes.
they don't air that part
I
on the
know.
Grammy, so you
I
you
know.
gotta really look for that
I
information.
know, but
Well, you'll see
I'm
it on our show.
Yeah, you'll see it on the show.
Nice.
It's amazing.
First time out of the gate.
Fresh
God is
out the
good.
gate, girl. How about that?
Tina, do you feel pressure
Not at
to
all.
work on solo stuff?
Not at all. I did not really want to do the solo thing, but again, I was writing a journal to God, trying to just
She
be
got
in a
like
different
8, 9
space.
songs already.
And I wrote a book, and then I wrote these. These songs kept coming to me, so I could sing and encourage myself because I
Right.
was all the way crazy.
Yeah.
So since I ended up with a whole bunch of songs, I figured I'm supposed to make a record. So that's why I'm making a record. I'm really sharing with the world what I used to get from where I was to where I am.
And it's helping a lot of women.
I'm grateful.
Absolutely.